Did you write it? Oh.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Welcome. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And this is Bars and Bells, a beginner practice. We're going to put our shoes on in just a second. But first, let's just hang out in our light split. Light splits and feet from the ground here. I hope my feet don't show that I've been in the garden too much here. But sitting tall, if our low back is in a flexor rounded position, lift either with your abs or with a pillow to lift your bum. At this point, open a single leg comfortably, second leg open, comfortable position, hands on the floor. We will start our articulation with the feet in a moment, but first just pay attention to our hands. Like our feet, the hands have toes or fingers. Can you lift up index fingers and then press them down? And then same thing for the middle digits, lift up the middle fingers and press them down. Then try to isolate that ring finger, which is the toughest for me, and down, and lift up the pinky and down. Press down the thumbs, the index, the middles, the rings, and the pinkies, and just really think about screwing in now, gripping with tension. Let's take our look at our feet now. Karate feet are awesome, but this is a bar practice, so let's plantar flex our feet. With our plantar flex feet, cramp up tension, and can we try a first knuckle push-up like we'll do on our foot in a moment. Keep the index knuckle and the pinky knuckle heavy as you press with a straight elbow. Return to the floor. Same thing other side. Straight elbow, like our straight knees in the feet, and press down. Repeat for a couple more, looking at it, feeling it more than anything. Crush or share that tension into the floor once or twice again. Wiggle that out. Let's get into a little bit of a lunge position now. I'm going to get onto my sideline here with a packed shoulder. You can see Lauren's shoulder maybe better from her perspective there in a second. Great. And again, our packed shoulder to be pulled back. I'm just going to say a gentle hello to our hip or hip flexor here. Could we take that hip and send it back there, almost pushing your front leg forward and pulling the back? Extend the hip, pushing the top leg through, and again, almost pulling in on that bottom leg. If your head and neck is having tough times with this, look at your elbow, but Lauren's head position looking straight ahead was also appropriate. A couple more here. Take the hip back and extend through. Hip back, extend through. Perhaps one more. Open, and then close or extend. Anyhow that works for you, let's just switch into the same thing on the other side. We have that taller packed shoulder engaged through the armpit. We'll take our top hip and open it or pull it back. Lauren's doing a really good job here, keeping her shoulders mostly square. They're going to move a little bit. Pull that hip back, push or extend through, pull, and extend through. Last one. Let's take that time now, put our little slippers or shoes on. Socks are just fine too. But for the ballet practice, it's nice to be able to slide and glide and pull that strength through the floor. It doesn't really work as well on the rubber. Before we get up, we'll take our time in our all fours or our quadruped position here. Just fix our shoes. On all fours, grip the floor with those hands as we said. Pack the shoulders, and we'll just do a quick talk to the spine. From this position, could we tuck the lumbar or flex the lumbar spine with a low back rounding shape? And alternate that with our low back extension shape or tailbone tilt. Modifications for the wrists include making knuckles supporting the wrists and the shoulders. For a couple more in a row, articulate from the tip of the tailbone between your bum cheeks and the base of the ribs. Pull on the abdominals, and for a couple more again here, flex and extend the lumbar spine. Build some awareness and tension, and it's the abs on the front that flex it out the back. Return to a neutral position where the lumbar curve is nor exaggerated in either way. Tuck a chin, and now flex the T-spine or the rib cage as we pull the rib cage down and push forward. Pull the rib cage down and lift or extend forward. Couple again. We're aiming to contain the movement in the head and neck, as well as that low back. I flex and pull my rib cage to my hips, quiver and shake a little bit, and then extend through. From here, let's extend to the top. For a quick rotation, let's take our hands across center, take a breath in, and pull our top knots to the ceiling here as we add a rotation lateral. At this point, exhale and flex sideways. Return to tall. Take your breath, keep your hips facing forwards, and add a rotation in the same direction. Our chin is over our sternum. And again, if it feels okay, lateral flex. Pull to tall. Perhaps one more time. Inhale, rotation. Hips are still forward. Lateral flex. Return to tall. Return to center. Repeat to the other side. Squeeze our bum for a strong base. Shoulders are down. Inhale to prepare. And rotate. And lateral flex. Pull yourself back up to a tall posture. Inhale, rotate. And ha. Exhale, flex. Pull to tall. Inhale, rotate. Last repetition. Side flex. To tall. In. Let's get up to a standing position through our fold. Hands on the floor if appropriate. Tuck the toes. Straighten the knees. Take a couple seconds and just pedal the feet here. Get a little bit of calf excitement going. Our tailbone is long. We're pulling to the ceiling. And walk to a folded position, flexing through the lumbar spine. Pulling from the bottom to the top. Stack your vertebrae with a bum squeeze. And lift with nice tension through the core. And relax. Time for some foot articulations.
Foot.
Either with your balance aid or an open space, let's talk to the feet. Demi point or the first two balls of your feet being the pinky and the big toe mound. Press. Check your sickled ankle. Let's just do it once. Avoid this. Whoop. Pull in. Flex over toes is allowed. Point. Ball of foot. Pull straight down. Repeat to the other side. Demi, is there pressure on your big toe mound as well as that pinky side? Point, I'm not standing on that. I don't recommend you do either. And then flex over. And if you can stand on your toes, that is good too, just not the requisite for this. Point, then demi, and then down. It's very challenging to look straight ahead, so I'm going to try to stare in the camera here and do that again with a slight add-on. Demi or ball of foot, pulling in the center, pointing, flexing, pointing, ball of foot, full heel, and pull the foot to shin or dorsiflex that ankle. Repeat that same side. Demi, point, over, point, demi or two balls of feet and find that third tripod there and then stay on the heel and dorsiflex the foot and down. Twice the other side. Demi, point, flex, point, demi, heel, lift or dorsiflex on the ankle. And one more time, full foot, ball of foot, flex, point, demi, crush down and pull up the front foot. Relax. Hula hoop time for those hips. Then we'll get on the bar for our hip bars or rond de jambe. Standing first. From first, think figure eights today. Figure eights in the hips. For my figure eight, I'm going to go kind of forward, around this corner here, And keeping my knees straight, and I'm going out to this corner here and turning around those corners. Do that one more time in that direction. I'm scooping under, reaching out lateral left here. I'm around the back. I'm going to scoop my hips under again, come around to that front corner, and then return to center. Switch my direction. I'm going to go back and then back right. So lumbar tilt. It's coming around that corner. Little bit of a tilt there. Come around that side corner, lost my balance, and I'm going to try that one more time. Keeping those knees straight. I can feel it and see it. Straight knees.
It doesn't even look like I'm doing anything.
I know, and that's okay too. That's okay too. From our first position, let's open up into second. And from second, let's pull ourselves in our first squat. Goddess pose, horse stance, many names for this position. Sumo. From our sumo with bent knees, same thing, figure eights. I'm going to tuck under my hips, go around this counterclockwise direction first, and then I come back to center. I tuck under my hips, and I'm trying to reach out here.
I'm drawing like the infinity sign.
Infinity, figure eight, amazing. Hey, hey, hey.
I know.
Hey. So I'm doing my second in a row. If we could finish 2 in a row,
I did 2
wonderful.
in a row.
Good, good, good. Then come up. After doing 2 in a row, that's that tough corner. So 2 in a row, up. One more time.
Yeah.
Switch your direction. 2 repetitions, figure eights, infinities. Get those nice shapes going in the hip. Pull ourselves down. I go extension first, and now I'm coming around this corner. Ooh, that's the way I went. No, it isn't. Good. Yeah, it is. It's hard. Little brain gym.
I'm not really listening.
Little brain gym. Figure eights in the hips.
Well,
it's
I'm listening.
Not easy.
I'm just up.
Oh.
Holding that position.
That wasn't an entire figure eight, but that does feel good. Feels like there's some room in our hips now.
Should I close?
Close. Grab your balance aid. We'll grab our chairs or the bar. And on to...
You use it.
I'll use that. I'll use that. We're tall. Cramp up. We'll work from parallel here. We will revisit those shapes. Stiff leg forward. Point. Internal and external rotations in the hip, meaning kneecap turns in on this internal rotation, inseam of pants shows up on an external rotation. Repeat, a couple more, in and out, in and out. Finish in an external rotation, open up towards the side. Same thing, roll in, roll out. Really hard to avoid that sickled ankle at that point. Roll in and out of the hip. In and out, reach around, straight back. Can you hide your leg behind you? I'm trying to hide my leg behind for 5 more seconds. My rib cage is down. I'm pulling tall on the standing leg. Then I'll flex over toes and pull it underneath. Now, back to front, tall on the inside leg.
Sorry, I can turn.
Towards the back. Pause here. Are your ribs down? Are you tall? An external rotation in the hip. We'll open up, reaching wide, reaching tall. Pull to center. Over and under. Same thing with our dorsiflexed ankle, perhaps off the floor. Point to forward. Dorsiflex the ankle, perhaps flex the hip an extra degree. From this position, keep the hips level, keep the hips stable, and the leg that you're moving around, express some nice mobility, some nice tension in the hip as we draw the circle. Can we pause out the back, hide that back leg, hug into center, pulling tall, hugging in for 3, 2, tap down, pull under. Repeat to the back in a more continuous fashion with no pause. To the back with your point. Then dorsiflex, cramp glutes, brace core, external rotation in the hip to get us towards our second position. And from second to front, heel strike, put the foot down and pull. Repeat to the other side.
I like that.
Whew. So we have a little partition.
Can I go the other side?
Yep, for sure. Internal and external rotations in the hips first. Draw a circle to the back and repeat off the ground or en l'air. Tall.
Tall.
Point.
I am.
Lauren, I need you. I need help too. I think this is good, Lauren. What do you think?
That's better.
See the difference? Hips shooting out. Pay attention to strong supporting legs in the hips. We've pointed or tendued forward, and the internal rotation in a hip is that kneecap coming around the center. External rotation, kneecap turning out. Hide the inseam, turn up the inseam. Last repetition or two. Finish in external rotation. Send your hip energy forward and reach out to the side. From here, same deal. Internal rotation, kneecap forward. External rotation, kneecap up. Internal, external, internal, external. Finish one more internal. With that internal rotation, reach to the back and hide that back leg by pulling tall in your straw.
Is your knee straight?
Oh, I'm trying so hard to straighten them. Hold it for a couple extra seconds, and then again at the back, take that position, flex over toes, and pull underneath. Same thing. Oh, you're doing sideways, great. So same thing to the back now. Extend the leg at the hip to the back. Cramp here for a second. Tuck under those ribs. Make sure we're not using our low back. Open up, reaching from 6 o'clock out the back to 9 or 3 o'clock out the side. Articulate that clock face to the tendu in the front and pull under. Repeat off the floor with our dorsiflexed ankle. Point, tendu forward, dorsiflex the ankle, and perhaps flex the hip an extra degree. Cramp that standing leg, extend the hips forward, reach from the front to the side, to the back corners, and hide that leg out the back. Hide it, hug it to center, pull underneath, rest for a second, articulate the circle back to front. Point or ballet point, then dorsiflex, the hip extension versus a back extension. Check out what that means to you and open up. We're tall in our supporting leg. Ooh, there we go. Pulling around the clock face to center, a heel strike, a point, and in. Ball and socket joints in the hips. We have ball and socket joints up tops in the shoulders. Shake out the hips. Let's get to our first position stance. What are your feet doing? Like the warm-up, grip the floor. Straighten the knees, squeeze the bum. First, brava, position down low. From low, keep one hand there, reach the other hand forward, out to the side, return. Forward, side, return. Now look at that hand as we go. Forward, side, return, forward, side, return. Let's do 3 more pairs of those. And just looking for the nice long lines. Asking yourself what your shoulder blade is doing. And your shoulder blade should be hugging your body. We're reaching out front, opening to the side. The arm is moving. The shoulder blade isn't. To the side. Let's do one more here. One more front. And open to second and close. And I like that with my neck. It's just nice to rotate and articulate that neck. And we'll shake that out. From here, let's do a nice forward fold, do a walkout or a high plank, and then right back up.
That sounds
Cueing
nice.
our forward fold. We have a tall posture to start. Even extend your neck just a little bit. At that time now, flex the C-spine by pulling your Adam's apple down into your chest. Then, at that point, flex through the T-spine or rib cage as you're compressing this rib cage onto your hips. Your knees could soften. That's okay. So I'm going to soften my knees as I really think about that fold action. When I'm safely maxed out, I might be able to extend my knees now, or just very gently roll towards the floor. From here, let's walk out to our high planks position. A high planks position could also be from our knees or from our toes. For 10 seconds, we'll hold cramping planks tension.
Could I go for my elbows?
Go from your elbows. Elbows, that's a plank too. So for 10 seconds, I'm in a nice modified high plank. Lauren's on elbows. For 10 seconds, starting now, squeeze your bum, brace your abs, pull your armpits down, and then do the same thing again. And squeeze your bum and brace your abs and pull your armpits and breathe and squeeze your armpits and breathe and go for like 3 more seconds. 3, 2, relax your tension, knees down as you need, and take your time to fold back up or stack. For that, I'll get my down dog or mountain peak position. Knees slight flex for me today. Then I'm going to talk to that tailbone and flex and pull myself to tall and reset and shake. It's time for the Jane Fonda time. This is one of Lauren's favorite drills. Can't say it's an original drill. Absolutely love it though. With your balance aid, or not, feet together. Pull ourselves in this straw.
Just in case.
Just in case. Great. Pull ourselves together in that straw. From here, we'll go knees over toes. And can you stay heavy on that whole foot? We talked about that foot tripod. Right now, grip with the big toe mound, then grip with that pinky toe mound, and then heels. Can you push down on all 3 points like that? Now cramp up the quads and extend, pulling the kneecaps up. Now, find your toe balance. Hang out on your toes, squeeze your bum. Is your rib cage down? Can you breathe? And could you look around? Could you slowly look around and hold your balance? Then let's take 10 seconds and slowly crush or pull ourselves down to the floor for 8, 7, straight knees, 6, straight knees, 4, 3, 2, and then grip the floor heavy. Grip the floor heavy and then relax. Okay, adding on. Knees forward, gripping floor heavy. From here, can we roll up on our toes? And let's do that for 4. 1, full foot. Sink your knees millimeters forward. Second one. Balls of feet. Drive those heels down. Could you push your knees 1 degree forward? 2 more repetitions. Balls of feet. Crush them down. 1 more time. Balls of feet. Crush them down. Squeeze your butt, extend your hips. Whew.
You know how much I love holding that position.
Toe balance, same thing from the top down. Toes, balance first. Woo. Avoid those sickled feet. And now, knees forward and cramp up to tall. Knees forward, cramp up to tall. Balance, knees forward, cramp up to tall. Knees forward, cramp up, and slow controlled descent. And I'm on the floor. So you're taking your time, which I like. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's return to our port de bras. From first, open up to second. Make sure to hit my hands on the chair. And from second, arms, stay here. Now go out to the side, up and down. Out to the side, up and down. Incorporate the arm and the head, so look, trace the hand and back. Open, trace, return. Open, trace, return. Let's go 3 more pairs from here. What are your hands doing? Lauren's going to make fun of my Senator Palpatine hands, fingers maybe. Keep soft, send some energy through. So you want fingertips as part of that conversation, as much as we want that shoulder blade.
What about your core and your
butt? We want to squeeze our bum and pull up our kneecaps, of course. Let's go 1 more time each. And we're squeezing our bum, pulling up our kneecaps. We open to second. We pull to fifth and return. Open to fifth and return those arms low. Arms are heavy.
They are.
At least mine are.
That was my line.
I know. Thanks for letting me cycle that.
And squeezing my butt and bracing my abs.
Jane Fondu's one more time, just kind of putting that all together here. The roll-ups. So if we pulled ourselves together.
Like fruit roll-up?
Like any kind of roll-up you want today. Squeeze your bum. Press your knees forward. Roll to the balls of your feet. Stand up tall. Drive the heels down. 3 more of those, working in pairs of 4s. Knees forward. Balls of feet.
Pairs of 4s.
To tall and down. Knees forward. Balls of feet. Straight legs down. Last one. Knees forward. Balls of feet. Up and return down. The pairs of 4s comes in now, I guess. Maybe a little bit not the best description, but we'll figure that out. Same deal, but reverse. Up to the toe balance with straight knees. Knees over those toes and drive the heels heavy. Extend the knees, hips. Up to the toes. Knees come forward. Drive the heels. Pull tall. 2 more. Balls of feet. Knees forward. Heels heavy. Pull tall. Balls of feet. Knees forward. Down. And tall. Shake that out. One last killer exercise for today. It is my favorite. It might be Lauren's least favorite. We're going to have some fun with the coup de pied and retiré positions. Isometric is if I tried to push Lauren over. You ready? That was a lot of work. Didn't go anywhere. Get that? What we'd like you to do is find your balance.
That was easy.
Pull to a coup de pied position or notch your toe, your big toe, on that ankle knuckle in the middle. From here, pull together in your straw, isometrically, work hard without moving it, cramp up your standing leg, and try to pull this leg that's off the floor into your other leg and up. And we're going to continue to do that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax that position. Same but different. Open that leg to the second position. Maybe that's that tree pose from yoga. Pull up those hips, cramp up, press the bottom of the foot into that standing leg, and try to pull up. Repeat for 5, 4, where hips are facing forward. We're cramping up tension for 2 seconds. 1 second, balance, and chill for a second. Return the leg to close. Pull towards the knee or your retiré position. At the knee, either pick your dorsiflex or plantar flex foot, and for 10 seconds starting now, hug center, cramp up the standing leg, pull in and hold for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, coast the tension away. Final repetition on this leg. Open towards your second, press into that standing leg, cramp up the standing leg, and try to pull the knee higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, coast the tension away, return to center, leg down. That's the hottest part of the workout for me. Got the sweat going for sure. Over there, Lauren, or switching sides.
But Weeble
That's my kind of torture. Lauren's kind of torture are kettlebell swings and really awesome things as well.
Easier stuff than this.
This is not easy for me, but we do have our own strength. So we do want to balance out our training for sure. Okay, is that enough rest? Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Pull to coup de pied. Cramp up the standing leg. And for 10 seconds, we're pulling in the center, flexing the hip isometrically, not going anywhere, but working hard, we hope, for 4, 3, 2, coast. Open to second, cramp up your standing leg, extend your hips forward, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, trying to flex that hip, pulling up against this incredible tension for 3, 2, coast, close to center. Flex the hip towards your retire. Same thing. Cramp up your standing leg and pull for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Cramping your standing leg, bracing your core, maintaining your breath, coast. Open, pushing your bum forward, sending that knee to the second or side position. Point the toe, flex the foot, whatever you wish, and pull up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Are your hips level? Is your bum squeezing? Is
3,
your core braced?
2,
Is your partner
1.
counting? Close to center and extend down.
Oh, you're welcome.
Finish one more port de bras, and that'll be it for today. In your first or second position, open up. Full port de bras, one at a time. We'll start with both hands in first. Trace it with the hand and go through center to fifth, to second, and down. Let's go 8 of those. That's 1.
Trace it with your eyes.
Tracing it with your eyes. That's 2. The hard skills of strength, the soft skills of movement. Use both. Ooh, my head got a little bit weird on that one, but we'll try it. Is this number 5 or so? Yeah, good. Nice. So if you had your favorite playlist at home,
6.
do it to that song.
Oops.
And feel that musicality.
7.
Last repetition, towards the side, and then down.
8.
Woo, shake it out. So whether we're working on the musicality and you're tying that to your most beautiful playlist at home, or we're working on our scapular stability and those basics of strength, very important to have fun, feel graceful, train simple, stay strong. My name's Ian.
I'm Lauren.
This is Bars and Bells, Beginner Bar. Thank you very much for joining. We look forward to sharing with you. Join the membership, hit subscribe, hit like, tell your friends. We look forward to having you all in class. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. Should have potted shod there.